Hi guys, my name is Amani Jessica.
I'm Marian Wanjala.
And this is the
X Secrets Podcast.
Welcome. So guys, this is us literally beginning this journey. It's been a whole, we say 9 months of laboring.
Yeah.
We've actually been in labor. It's a thing we've been wanting to do for the longest time. We met, we talked about it, we gave each other a period of thinking to come up with ideas. We stopped literally, we drifted. And then something brought us back together. So finally we've decided to bring forth to you guys the gift of our labor.
Yeah. So today we're going to be introducing ourselves. So basically we asked a few people to ask us questions about the podcast and about ourselves. So we have them here in a jar. So we're going to be picking one at a time and answering you guys. So welcome. I'm going to start.
Yeah, you start.
Okay.
So basically, what you see in this jar are a couple of questions. Some of them we created ourselves. Some of them we did some Q&A on Instagram to ask you guys what you expect from us, because we were like putting and anticipating coming soon. So we're like asking you guys, what do you expect from us? What is it you think we're going to do if at all we venture into this line, which is a podcast? So you gave us a couple of questions to Kaziweka hapa. Now, the first episode is going to be basically getting to know us more, getting to know what to expect from us, and our podcast.
Yeah.
So, let me shake before you begin. Let me shake them before you begin. So, welcome, guys. Question one.
Say something about yourself.
Okay.
Wow.
Say something about yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so something about Amani. Amani is very strong-minded. Amani is an extrovert. She has a very strong personality. Guys, I'm not even kidding. These are things told to me on a daily. My boss tells me this on a daily. He's normally like, when you decide on something, we cannot change it. So I know I'm strong-minded and an extrovert for that matter. Amani is a lover of media. Amani sings. She's an actress. I think that's basically what Amani is. Amani is a whole ball of so much you're going to probably experience as we move forward to, the next episodes.
So Marian is an ambivert. Unlike Amani, I'm not much talkative around new people, but I do talk a lot when I get used to people. And I'm gonna get used to you guys.
You have to.
Yeah. So I'm a student. I sing. I also act. I write and many other things. So I'm happy to be here.
Oh, she said student. I am an ex-student. Yeah. Okay, so I think now we go to the next question. Sorry guys, as you can see here, we've actually put it as X Secrets Podcast. We're going to work on our branding. So this is for day one. Pardon us. Bear with us. Okay. Outside shooting and outside podcast, do you have a relationship?
Okay.
Outside shooting and outside podcast, do you have a relationship? So I don't know if relationship with ourselves, relationship with our partners. When we speak about both, you go first.
So outside the podcast, Amani and I are really great friends. We are like sisters actually. We've known each other for a very long while. Yeah, so about my personal relationship, I'm not in a relationship.
Okay guys, you had that. She's not dating. She's not, in case you wanted to ask it in a much direct way, she's not dating.
Yeah. So that's just it.
So for Amani, outside the podcast, outside shooting, of course I and Marian are really good friends. Like she said, we've known each other for the longest time, and I feel the things that bind us together are really strong foundations, so hence a strong relationship. And for a personal relationship, yes, Amani is dating. So I think that answers.
Yeah.
You
so
next.
The next question. What were the first impressions we had of each other when we met?
Okay. the first impressions we had of each other when we met. I think I'll go first. I remember meeting Marian at church. Yes, we go to the same church, so basically that's the place we met for the very first time. My impression of Marian. Yes.
Okay.
No,
okay.
correct me.
Okay.
No, correct me.
We actually knew each other when it was, I don't know, it was your sister's birthday, and then it was Kitambo, so our parents used to be friends, so we actually came to your place for your sister's birthday. That's when we first met.
Okay, fine. So sorry guys, I'll edit that. So we met at a birthday party at my house.
Yeah.
But what I remember,
You were really young.
I was really young.
You were really young.
Yeah. But so my first impression of Marian was okay, you see, when I looked at her, let me talk about myself. When I looked at Marian for the first time, I was like, your personality and your appearance is too bold for you to be an introvert, because I thought she was trying to be a silent person, but then how she looked and everything that, you know, like the aura someone brings when you meet them for the very first time, to me I was like, that's a personality that's supposed to be loud. Why are you so quiet? Like, why are you shutting up like that? Say something, you know. So I think that was the very first impression I had of Marian, up until I got to know her. And I learned that when she gets comfortable with you, that's when she now brings out her personality, which is of course loud. So yeah, that was my very first impression of you. But she was very pretty. So I was like, why are you so pretty? You look like a loud person, but then you're keeping quiet. What's wrong with you?
Oh gosh, I'm so pretty.
That was my very first impression of Marian. So yeah, how about you?
So my first impression of Jessica, I thought she was really friendly. She was a nice person. And then she used to sing a lot. even in new places. Like, she'd just come somewhere and then start singing, and I was like, oh wow, she's really confident. And I wanted to be her friend, so
wow, that's so nice. I sing everywhere I go, guys. Everywhere I go. I'm not a bathroom person.
She really has a nice voice. She should sing sometimes.
I will try. On this episode, if you stay tuned, I'll sing when we're somewhere at the end of it. I'll try.
Okay,
so on to the next question. It's you?
No, it's you.
Okay, so next question. How does it feel now that we are embarking on this journey together? How does it feel now that we are embarking on this journey together?
Sincerely, when we decided to start this, I was actually so nervous, because I feel like Amani, she's a really strong personality, and she's one of those friends who will give you pressure whether they know it or not, because she's really so good. So I'm like, I don't want to fail her. I want this to work. So I was a bit nervous when we decided to start.
Wow.
But also I was so excited. I'm going to be doing this with a sister, a good friend. So yeah, that's how I felt about it.
So for me, I would say how I feel now that we're embarking on this journey is first of all, excited that finally we've marked this out of our bucket list. Guys, we've been having this idea for the longest time. It's been like almost 6 months. They normally say after 6 months something should already be, you know, it's germinated and you already see fruits of it. So when we thought about it for the first time, we were like, are we sure we're going to start? Do we even have, you know, the facilities? Do we have everything we need to start? And then now that finally we've begun, okay, at first it was very I felt the tension, and then closely, like, things were not really adding up kabisa on the very first day. And I think that's how you know you're actually making something that's going to be very successful, when not everything adds up, you know. Because I remember it was the very first time we were to shoot photos. We didn't have makeup. Our makeup artists were failing us. They were telling us the eyebrows we were going to draw you guys are going to look like dinosaurs. And then I tend to think that I give up easily, especially when I know I've given something my level best. When it comes to thinking about it, when it comes to like agreeing with myself, like I'm devoting my time, my energy to it. And then I feel like somebody else on the other end is not giving 100. I'm easy to, like, you know what, we can just stop it here. Probably we are not meant to be together. We're not meant to do this. But thank God, a sister, a best friend was here, and she was like, you know what? I came all the way from home, guys. We must do this today.
Yeah.
So it felt really amazing. Also, the fact that I'm doing it with my friend, my sister. So yeah, I really can't wait to have you guys watch us take steps to this journey. This is literally our baby taking her very first steps. So yeah, I feel nice.
I think
The questions are almost over, guys. I want to cry. Why didn't we write so many questions? Next time.
What are you both looking forward to now that you have started this journey?
What I'm looking forward to right now that we've started this journey, of course, is growth. And now that we're finally venturing into the podcast platform, I am looking forward to taking lead someday. That we're finally, household names in the country when it comes to podcast and media at large. So of course I'm looking forward to great success. I'm looking forward to us finally getting the blue mark print and becoming a household name in the country and of course abroad. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward. And of course, for our friendship to be firm, for us to make memories together, because aside from the podcast thing, we're friends, we're sisters. So for us to even get to learn more about each other, to grow together as friends, as we journey on, that's what I'm looking forward to.
I think you've pretty much said everything.
That's why I told you money likes the platform,
So,
guys.
I think I'll just say I'm looking forward to us growing in all aspects. Yeah, just that.
Now that I'm saying everything, just
I
bringing
should
us
go
somewhere.
fast next time.
Told you.
So
Okay,
you
next
pick.
question. It feels sad now that they're almost 3, but okay. Question next. What do you feel is the same about you two? What do you feel is the same about you two?
For a start, what actually brought us together as friends is the fact that we had a lot of things in common, like in terms of spirituality, values we hold close to us. We're also too much into art, like she sings, I write, and many other things. We're also very good at communication, and yeah, I'd say that.
Okay, for me, as she said, I feel like the values we hold are what glue us. Even though, okay, what might have brought us together is the fact that our parents are friends, so by default, we go to the same church, so by default, we live in the same area, so by default. What has really glued us together up until now, I feel, is the values we hold together, the values we share. Which are very strong. I feel like that's a really strong aspect, because once you share values with someone, for you to actually for the bond to break, it's very rare. It's hard before you get to that point, because you share values, so you know the ins and outs of the relationship, the ins and outs of how to solve things together. And also another thing is the spirituality. I feel like our spiritualities they really marry. In a way, I feel like we both understand our spiritual levels, and we're both open-minded about it. So like we can actually come together and say what we feel in the spiritual realm together, without me having to feel like I'm sounding too Christian to you, or you feeling like you're sounding too Christian to me. So that is the other thing. And then another thing, we are both artistic. Like she said, I sing, I am a poet, I am a writer, and she is the same. So we also blend so well when it comes to that aspect. So that's another thing that is similar about us. Another thing I would say is similar about us is communication, the way we communicate. I feel like our communication never dies, and we are very we don't put on a front when it comes to communicating to each other. Like, if this is how it is, this is how it is, babe. If you've done me wrong, babe, this is how you've done me wrong. And for me, like, I've always felt like with my personality, I've always felt like the friends I've had have always been like shying away from calling me out when I'm doing something wrong. But for her, she come and be like, you know what, babe, we're not doing this anymore. A hammer on your nose. No, I'm calling you out right now. And I feel like that has been one thing that has made me want to keep her close as a friend, because I feel like Because many a times I do go wrong, but if I have someone who actually calls me out when I do it, that really makes me feel like safe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that is what we have. And we're both pretty, guys.
Also, we're cute.
We're cute, guys. I mean, we're cute. Evidence, please. We're cute. So that's another thing that's similar about both of us. On to the next question.
I'm picking.
Yes, you're picking.
Okay.
Guys, we're going to work on our branding. Our you know, the director. He's seeing this. He's seeing this, guys. Our boss, he knows he's failed us. He's at the corner smiling. So he's going to work on this. Next episode, make sure you guys demand, because he's seeing it. He's seated right at the corner. He's smiling, knowing he's failed us. So guys, we're going to give you better.
Yeah. So when did you guys meet? I think we already answered this.
Yeah. Did we say when we met?
When we met.
At a birthday?
At a birthday party. It was her sister's birthday party. It was around 2009. Yeah, it was around 2009.
Mind you guys, 2009, I can't even tell you how old I was. Woo-woo.
Yeah. But I still remember because she used to talk a lot.
Still do.
So I noticed her, and
yeah, so we met in 2009.
Yeah,
wow.
we met in 2009. I'll tell you the story because I know she definitely doesn't remember anything.
Of course, I talk too much. I keep very less in my memory when it comes to how I've met people. Okay, so I think on to the next question. Guys, imagine imebaki moja. We're going to sad. Okay, so the question is, when did you decide to now venture into podcast and why? I think I had touched a bit on that when we decided to venture into podcast. It's a couple of months ago, guys, closely to 6 months ago. We decided because I feel both of us were at home at the time. We didn't have much to do. Yeah, and I was like, you know what? The online space is quite it's giving quite a lot of opportunities that are also income generating, aside from them being, you know, activities we love to do. So I was like, what do you think about podcasts? And then another thing is because both of us are enthusiasts of the same podcast shows, because we both watch TMI, we both watch Man Talk, we both do Joy podcast. So we thought, like, you know, this is a space we could really do well at. So closely to 6 months ago, guys. So when we decided to do podcast, and why? The next question is why.
So why? Let me answer that.
Okay.
You've already said why.
No,
we are enthusiastic. Oh God,
we're enthusiastic about
podcast. Also, we watch the same content, and we were at home at the time. We had nothing to do, so we thought, why not? And also, we felt like we would really be nice together, doing podcasts together. So that's one of the reasons why we decided to start this. Yeah,
and the other thing, guys, we talk a lot behind, outside of these cameras. We talk a lot. Sometimes we look at each other, we're like, you know, that could be content.
Yeah,
someone could actually watch us talk about this and be like, interesting. We could earn from that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another reason as to why we decided to venture into podcast.
Yeah,
I think that answers it. I'm feeling so sad that we're having.
And I'm answering the last one.
I think after that we should ask each other two personal questions just to close out.
Oh wow.
So think of a question to ask me as I think of.
So, why X secrets? It's a nice one.
Okay, you go first. Because I know you have so much to say.
No, you go first. So nichome at the end.
Okay. So X secrets, guys. Actually, X secrets is not a name we agreed. Like, now this is what we are settling for completely. I would say we settled for X secrets because we didn't have any other better option.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's the reason.
We didn't have any other better option, guys. We were thinking so much. We were like, okay, should our podcast be abbreviation? Should our podcast be a whole huge name? And then X Secrets is a name that the whole team sat down and thought we could go by it. So actually we were not in agreement to it, but we had to settle for it because we didn't have any other better.
Yeah, so basically now the meaning X Secrets is basically, the X is for no, so no secrets. because we are an open space, we
Yeah.
actually talk about everything without withholding.
Yeah, without withholding anything. No information withheld, no sentiments withheld. Here's where you're going to see us in our most vulnerable selves.
Yeah.
Here's where you're going to see us in our most true selves, our most cruel selves, and yet our most humble selves. Yeah. So I think, yeah, that summarizes that whole thing. So yeah.
So
I think now we can do a little bit of summary. So that we had decided on the very first podcast. The very first episode was we're going to let you guys into the entire process up until now, when we've decided this is us starting, because this is our very first episode. So I suppose I'm really hoping that those particular questions have been able to walk you guys in, and you've gotten a sneak peek of who we are, why X Secret Podcast, what you're supposed to expect from us, and we would like to know, you guys, like, what do you want to see more from us? If you maybe have a suggestion on what you need us to talk about, please leave it in the comment section below. We would love to know what are some of the areas you want us to touch on, even as we bring what we have to you guys.
yeah, so are we still going to do the 2 questions?
Yes, I'll come up first. Let me
Okay.
ask you, who's your celebrity crush?
Oh wow. Wow.
It's a trivia. We told you guys we were going to ask 2 last questions, and I believe this is where we bring out the trivia. So, who is your celebrity crush?
Wow.
Go all in. Remember, guys, she's told you guys that in this vicinity we keep no secrets. So if she dares to keep a secret, we are calling her out.
I'm not going to keep a secret, but umonatunyeke kwa live.
Who is your celebrity crush? No,
Sincerely.
you can ask me the same question. I'll be so bold about it, because I've been loving
that's actually
that
the
guy.
first question I'm asking her. Actually, myself, I told you I'm an ambivert, so I really don't get to like people before I interact with them. But a personal
Guys,
level,
do you agree?
sincerely, you know me, babe. So I really don't think, wow. I don't think I have any celebrity crush.
Wow.
Is that weird?
It's very weird. Very weird, guys, and very untrue.
I'm actually trying to think of something just to tell you guys, but I don't even have an
Okay,
idea.
any
what I
guy
should
on the
say.
online space that you look at and you're like, this one. This one.
No.
Anyone?
I like their music, I like their content, I like the people who act. Okay, but there's this guy.
I told you guys. I just needed to dig. I just needed to dig to give you guys some truth.
I'm just looking for someone to say.
No,
hello.
tell us that guy.
Lenana.
Yeah,
that
that guy who married the white lady. Oops.
Ouch.
I know Lenana.
Yeah,
Lenana
yeah.
is a catch. Lenana is a catch. Go and ask me your question.
Exactly. Who's your celebrity crush?
You can actually put first, because I'm so polygamous when it comes to crush.
First.
So my crush, and guys, don't get me wrong, I'm actually seeing someone, and I like him so much. I really love him so much. But my celebrity crush is this guy called Tabang Molaba. He's a cast from Blood and Water, and he's South African.
He's a catch, guys, trust me.
He's a catch. Tabang Molaba is quite a catch.
Yeah.
Let's just stop it at that. Tabang Molaba is quite a catch. What is the one thing a guy has ever done to you that pissed you completely off?
Wow.
Completely off. That is Roman 1. Roman 2. What is the one thing that a guy has ever done to you that I'm looking for a better word other than turn you on, but that a guy ever did to you that turned you completely on? So
Wow.
1, that pissed you completely off. 2, turned you completely on. It has Roman 1, Roman 2. So yeah.
Wow.
And you've realized we'll have to dig, so we're going to be using a lot of shovels when it comes to her.
I don't have a lot of moments happening in my life. I need to really think. Wow. What a guy has ever done to me that really pissed me
Off.
I think the biggest thing a guy has done to me is standing me. We were to meet, go somewhere, and then they never showed up.
Wow, Mina, wow.
What
You really had to
else?
do that.
I have a whole book of these.
Of things they did that pissed you
of these
off.
things they are doing. So, let me look for a spicy one.
Okay.
So, there was this guy I used to date, and we were dating for around. We had dated for about 2 years, and then coming to realize he was dating another girl for 2 months, like when we were still dating.
Wow.
So the girl texts me, DMs me on Instagram, and then she's like, so hi Marian. I'm like, hi girl. And then she's like, I didn't know that you and what do we call him?
And person X.
I didn't know that you and person X were dating, but then I went through his text and then I realized that you guys were actually dating. And then she asked me, for how long have you been dating? And I told her 2 years. And then she was like, wait, we've been dating for 2 months. And I was like, wow, just wow. And yeah. Sad story, guys, I still went back.
Wow, she still dated the guy. You know,
Clown.
what pisses me off is the fact that you actually had a really good conversation. If it were me, I'm like...
Yeah, I did that.
Okay, enough of the sad. Anything that a guy did that maybe turned you on?
There are a lot of things, but I'll say...
2 spicy ones.
2 spicy ones. I'm really getting the bare minimum. Okay, so...
Wow, this is when you actually have the wake-up call, like, guys.
Disclaimer, guys. I've not been dating a lot, so my experiences are very minimal. Oh gosh, am I boring?
No, just give us. You've already given us a disclaimer.
So interesting stuff. There's this guy who actually I'd never celebrated my birthday before, for the longest time. So there's this guy who actually surprised me on my birthday, and he threw a whole party and invited my friends and family, and I was so happy.
Your
I was so excited.
family.
I cried.
That's a family man.
Yeah, I cried.
Oh my god.
I was so happy. I was so excited. Yeah, that's one of the things. Another thing is, I don't know. I'll get back to that. Let's first deal with you, and then I'll answer that.
Okay, so I think that a guy has ever done that pissed me so off. That pissed me so off. You know, my mind is so explicit at the moment. I'm really trying to filter and look for better words to use because
honey,
because Mina did me dirty.
Oh no,
Mina did me dirty. So I think we're the same WhatsApp. Where you've dated this guy for the longest time, and then now it hits you that there has been another person on the other end. So same story. This girl, I actually found out through going through the guy's phone, and I found out about the girl. So the girl, it's like a lady I've ever had a conversation with. So we kind of had a rapport between us. So me seeing that, I felt so devastated. I felt so numb. I was unable to even like call out the guy, like, why do this? Guys, with my large personality, I was shut. I was completely shut. So I got the urge to want to ask this lady, like, why? You know why? So I sent her a random text on Instagram. I remember it was at 1 a.m. at night. I even lost sleep at the time. So I sent it, and then something was like, you know what? You are better than this. Just stop. So I unsent. And then the lady came up to me. Hey, she threw insults upon insults upon insults, telling me how this guy is not my man, telling me how I'm so naive, you know. And I think the part that really annoyed me the most is when she called me naive, because I know myself and my intellectual. I'm like, what is this small kid telling me, you know? And then it's always a downgrade. It's never even a person who's better than you. It's always a downgrade, you know. And then in my head, I'm looking at him. I'm like, you know what, baby, you're just so experimental. I mean, why? You're just so experimental. Let's just say it's a hobby you have where you're just being so explicitly experimental. Because why this? You know. So that's one thing that pissed me off. Another thing that a guy did that pissed me off was do I have another? I think that's the highlight. That's the highlight. So I'll go straight to a thing that a guy has done that has turned me on.
Yeah.
So I think that a guy has done that has turned me on. Okay, you see, for me, I normally feel like my personality brings a lot of masculine vibes.
Yeah.
Why is it yeah like
We
that?
should have said that as a similarity.
Sorry guys, so I normally feel like my personality brings a lot of masculine vibes, especially where I'm coming out as I want to solve stuff. We're having an issue, I want to solve it then, you know? And I just feel like I normally have a lot of masculine energy around me. So the man that I'm dating, the fact that he intentionally creates an environment where he lets me know that you can actually be feminine, you can actually be a kid, and you're still strong. He literally told me that in words, and I feel that really turned me on. That was the highlight. No one has ever made me feel that way before. Like him just holding my hand and be like, you know what? Relax. You don't have to solve it. Okay? You are allowed to be feminine. You're allowed to be weak. You're allowed to cry and be vulnerable. But you're still strong.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, that is a turn on. That's a turn on, guys. I'm so up in my heels. But yeah, that's it, guys. I feel now we're coming to a wrap up. So basically we feel like we've introduced ourselves to you guys. What you feel you still need to know about us, you can let us know in the comment section. You can also follow our social media at Amani_Jessica,
Wanjala_Marian,
and of course X Secret Podcast. You can we are going to leave those usernames below so that you can feel free to find us there. Feel free to ask us any questions, feel free to give us suggestions on what you expect us to talk about in the next episode, on what you also expect to hear from us. And yeah, guys, welcome to this community. Let's grow together. Let's get to the kileleni together. So yeah, I think that's it from us, guys. We love you so much. Please join this community by commenting, by subscribing, by putting on the notification bell. The next episode is going to be one to look out for. Peace out. Peace out.